Who is obsessed with you? So for this particular collective, there could be more than one. Let's have a look. Spirit, for the collective, who is obsessed with them? So I am back now after my weekend away with Stephen, and so readings are reopened. We have the Five of Swords, someone who you may have walked away from, or they may have walked away from you. Let's have a look. Who is obsessed with the viewer, please? Who is obsessed? Okay, bottom of the deck, we have Temperance, the Nine of Wands, the High Priestess, there's that Five of Swords, the Hermit, the Star, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Cups. There are a couple of cards that I have here that indicate that this might be a past relationship. And this may be somebody that you have really moved on from. And you may have set your boundaries quite high. So let's recap. The question is, who is obsessed with you? This does not mean that you have to return to this person or that you are even obsessed with them anymore. This is just pure curiosity. So I really feel that there was a betrayal in the past. Someone who had a very good idea of how precious and how special you are. It was like they knew, and yet they left you alone in this solitude. I feel for most of you it was them that left. And you might have experienced this dark night of the soul. But you, through sheer hard work and determination, went through a massive healing journey with the Temperance and the Star card. These cards here can be all about inner healing and self-love and taking this time to pour into yourself. And you've gone from where you were here. Again, you went from this very anxious state, one where you had been treated with hostility, and went inwards with the Hermit card. You may have experienced an inward spiritual journey and much soul searching, and you have gone through this constant growth and spiritual evolution, and are now this High Priestess, one who is deeply connected to God, the universe, their higher self, whichever terminology you prefer to use. And you are absolutely beautiful and radiant. With the Star card here, perhaps you post on social media, because this person here has watched this evolution. And you know what's interesting? I feel that they themselves are now on this journey. They did know who you were to them, and they treated you poorly. But in actual fact, although they hurt you, they themselves betrayed their own soul. And here they are as the Six of Cups. And here they are now, nostalgic and recognizing fully, wanting to come in and acknowledge this soul connection. If you were to Google the meaning of the Six of Cups, you would see that it says that this is someone from the past returning. Like I said earlier, you do not have to accept this person. We are merely looking. They see you radiant and wise and successful. You may even use your gifts as part of your career and maybe have a large following. And you are seen as a wisdom keeper and a mentor. And they want to come in with some sort of communication. But once again, we may see that you have your boundaries up high and are incredibly selective on who you allow in to your energy. Let's have a look at their intentions. Spirit, the person who is obsessed with the viewer, may we have a look at their intentions, please? What are their intentions towards the viewer? I feel they want to reach out. They may want a reconciliation. What are their intentions? Okay, bottom of the deck. a new beginning. The Ace of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords, the Chariot, the Nine of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. This is it. They want a new beginning. Underneath the Ace of Wands, I cannot help but notice the Magician. At one point in time, you may have tried to manifest them into your life, and this is what they are trying to attempt to do now, to create another chance between you. With the Eight of Swords, though, they have found themselves in quite the pickle. They have put themselves in a very awkward position indeed, because although they want all of this and this reconciliation, they have seen how far you have come, and they may recognize that you have grown outside of their reach, and they may question what they ought to do next. They fully recognize this betrayal and the trauma, and I do believe that they themselves are now in this place of anguish. Here again with the Seven of Cups, we see that they are in this place of indecision. How can they tackle this? How can they come forward? They may be forever in their mind, trying to figure out what their next step ought to be. They may very well be in two minds about this. The Chariot card is a card that speaks of opposing forces and that of willpower. But I truly believe that they are going to reach out. They're going to take an opportunity when it presents. Let me put all of these cards back in and then reshuffle, because I want to know, how do they feel? Spirit, how do they feel? I sense this edge of nervousness. How do they feel about communicating with you? I feel like they are in two minds, but they really want to. There's just this egoic part that may be holding them back. How do they feel, please, Spirit? How do they feel about coming forward? How do they feel about coming forward? Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Six of Swords. This is exactly what I've been talking about, this conflict, this inner conflict. And I had said something about their ego, and look what it says right here, a clash of egos. They desperately want to come in with the Knight of Wands. This is very impulsive energy. And on the other hand, they wonder whether you have fully moved on here with the Six of Swords. And I do feel that many of you are in this beautiful place of peace. And it would take a lot for this to come back together, if at all. Underneath all of this, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which does speak of karma. To say that perhaps this is them receiving their karma sounds incredibly judgmental. What I would say, though, is it feels that this person is on a completely different timeline to you. You recognized who they were and the importance of this soul connection, and completed all requirements that had been predestined. And unfortunately, this person knew it and blew it at that particular time, only to come back later to realize fully, through a massive soul awakening, as to what this could have been. To whomever this resonates with, you will have to make your own decisions on whether you will accept this person back or not. I feel that they are incredibly sincere, and yet not only do I read cards, but I also read the energy, and this person doesn't seem to be of the same vibrational match as you anymore. I feel that they possibly have some more growth to do. If you would like to learn who is obsessed with you, then there is a link in my bio to same-day readings.